Hey guys, hope you're well and welcome to my review of Liquorice, an indie rock and dream pop album by Australian singer and songwriter Hatchie. This is now her third studio album and it's sort of mixed with shoegaze. It's kind of ethereal and atmospheric, which is similar to her debut album Keepsake. Honestly, I think Hatchie is a super underrated artist who is fantastic live, by the way, and Given the World Away, her second album, is probably one of my favorite albums of the decade so far. So because of that, I was hoping that she would sort of explore and experiment with that sort of more darker and exotic style that her second album delivered. I think Hatchie's alt-rock style works really well, but here we kind of get this dream pop and shoegaze with 90s style vocals and instruments, which is just what Hatchie is known for. There's also a lot of jangle pop vibes, which I know is quite a popular genre these days for a lot of slightly smaller artists. So the opening track, Anemoia, is this sort of dreamy track with slightly laid back instrumentation. It's sort of just an introduction to the album. So as a standalone song, it doesn't really provide much, but it's still a very nice track. It's about nostalgia, the longing for something unknown. So yeah, like I said, it's a nice intro, but maybe a bit underwhelming as a standalone track. But I can't say the same for the second track, Only One Laughing, which is actually a fantastic song. I think it might be my personal favorite on the album. I mean, it's got excellent vocals and instrumentation. It's got a hook and chorus that just doesn't leave your head. The percussion is also great. It adds a lot of life to the song. And yeah, the song just gets better every time you hear it. So it's definitely a solid choice for a single. I must admit the title track is a song that has grown on me a little bit. I didn't really connect with the instrumentation as much to begin with, but I definitely appreciate the composition behind this song, and it's sort of got this young girl in love aesthetic, which I think the whole album does, to be fair. I mean, look at the album cover, for example. It's about nostalgia and like your early 20s and falling in love and, you know, making mistakes but learning from them. Carousel and Sage are a couple other clear highlights from this album. I mean, they're just super catchy. They've got great choruses, a lot of great lyricism here as well. There's huge dream pop vibes here with some infectious instrumentation. And yeah, it kind of just feels like a improved and enhanced version of her debut album, Keepsake. Think songs like Obsessed and Not That Kind, for example. Someone Else's News has a slightly more mysterious and darker tone behind it, but it's also got brilliant guitar work. I think it blends all of her sounds in an elegant fashion, and it kind of sounds like it could be a B-side for Giving the World Away, which obviously is my favorite album by her, so I immediately like this song as a result. Wonder is a more raw-sounding track, which I think is why it might be some of people's least favorite tracks on this album, but personally I quite like it. It's sort of got this 90s aesthetic, and like I said, the instrumentation is just a bit more in the background. It's got gritty vocals and guitars, so I do think the production could be slightly better on this song, but I'm still a fan of it. I still think it sounds great, to be fair. Then you have Lose It Again, which actually isn't my favorite song on the album, but I do admit it's a safe single to lead the album with. It's got Soccer Mummy vibes, for example, and yeah, really nice vocals as always here. And then unfortunately for me, I think Anchor is the only skip on the album for me. I mean, I can appreciate the soundscape that this song provides, but it's not really a standout, though, you know, it feels more like an interlude. But then on the flip side, Part That Bleeds is a great song. I mean, it's got free-flowing drumming, which just sounds great. I mean, that bass line really carries the song too. I love the sweet melody behind this song, and again, the vocals are just really crisp, really clean. I think it plays alongside all the instrumentation really well. And then Stuck is a energetic and passionate closing track that, again, just gets better the more you hear it. Huge Keepsake vibes. Again, it's got that dream pop, and then on top of it, you've got those indie rock infused guitars. I'm a huge fan of the pacing on this song, to be fair. I mean, it just keeps going. The energy does not stop at all. And yeah, I mean, The only real complaint I have with this song is that I wish it was longer. But this chorus is just super catchy, probably one of my highlights on the album as well. So yeah, overall thoughts on the album are actually very solid. I was pleasantly surprised by this album because, like I said, I wasn't actually the biggest fan of the lead single. I guess because I wanted more songs like Giving the World Away. I mean, some of those tracks on there, like The Rhythm, for example, they're really creative, sort of more exotic. It's got different instrumentation than what she would normally use. But yeah, I really like this sound. I mean, it's a great continuation of her debut album and overall sound, though I do wish she experimented maybe a little bit more with the instrumentation. And I guess another slight downside is that some of the songs do sort of end up blending into each other as a result, but on their own, individually, the songs are fantastic if you want to come back to some great dream pop and indie rock tracks. So yeah, I'm still a huge fan. I think my initial favorites are Only One Laughing, Carousel, Sage, and Stuck. But also Someone Else's News and Part That Bleeds are great highlights for me as well. And then my least favorite song is Anchor, and also the intro track, Anemoia, probably won't come back to that much. But yeah, Hatchie is proving herself to be one of the most underrated artists out there when it comes to these genres. So I think if you're definitely a fan of bands and acts like Beach House and Soccer Mummy, you'll definitely enjoy this album. I think for me, I'm going to give it a light 8 out of 10. I'm still a huge fan of this album, and I hope to hear more experimentation and a continuation of this overall sound taken to the next level in Hatchie's future work. I think especially the songwriting on this album is actually an improvement on Hatchie's previous works, which is why the songs come off as so strong. So what did you think of Hatchie's newest album, Liquorice? Did you like it? Did you not like it as much? Is it your favorite, or do you prefer her older work? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.